Hello you beautiful people, it's Adam here from Paul's Parts and Games and welcome to episode 3 here in season 2 of Planet Coaster. So today we are back in the console version running on a PlayStation 4, a standard PS4. Today we're going to have a look in the Frontier Workshop. It is something we've not really done before as it's not on the PC version. So the PC version uses the Steam Workshop, which is very similar, but the console versions use this new Frontier Workshop, which is kind of their own thing where you can upload your creations and also download other people's stuff. So we're going to have a quick look through that, find some things to download and check them out in the game. This will also give us sort of a good view of how the game runs with sort of full parks, because that's not something we've really tested out just yet. So let's head into the workshop and see what we can find. Okay, so here on the main screen we've got the most popular creations of this week. So we'll have a look through here. I have also already downloaded a couple of these in advance. One of them is this, which is the Oswald B. Thompson Park, which is actually the theme park that I believe Frontier created to sort of advertise this game. So they use this in all the trailers and sort of promo images to sort of give you an indication of how well the game will run on console. Yeah, as it says here, created by Frontier, it was used for the launch trailer. So let's jump into this park and have a look around. Okay, right, so we've loaded it up. Didn't take that long to load actually. And as you can see at the bottom of the screen, this is an 83% build. So in that Oswald Eugene counter that we looked at in episode 2, where we did the sort of the tree build to test out how that runs. So on 83%, so far so good, and there's no lag, so that's decent. And I've got a theory about why that is. I'm starting to think that the lag that we had in the tree build was because we had all the trees in one scenery group, so I think that's what was causing the lag. It was because the console was trying to work out all those individual pieces. Rather than it sort of rendering them, I think because they were all joined in one group, that's what caused the issue. I could be wrong, but this seems to run a lot better. Also, from playing around with this, because I have kind of recorded this video once already and the footage didn't turn out very well, have discovered something which in episode 1 I mentioned I couldn't get inside buildings. I figured out how to change the camera. It's quite simple really, I don't know why I didn't notice it before. So on the bottom of the screen where there's the little menu with the sort of the undo and the clock and everything, you press square and then L1 brings up this, which changes it to another camera, basically a free look camera, which is what I was looking for, because that's what I use in the PC version. This is what I'm used to. Anywho, right, we'll have a look around the park then. So one thing that I am noticing from this, and I don't know if it's just because this build that we're looking at is already 83%, or this is just how the game renders things. If you look at certain textures, don't render in very well at all when you go up close. Obviously from a distance, you can't really notice it. But up close, it's not rendering it at all, and I think that's probably a way for them to preserve sort of performance. Some things are rendering really well though, like the plants are rendering much higher quality than the billboards, for example. And then you look over here, the walls are a lot higher quality than the windows. So it's weird, it seems to be anything with a kind of more detailed texture, like this pirate sign there as well, as another example. So I don't know, maybe it's just something that's built into the code of this one because of the limitations. I'm not sure, but it's just something I thought I'd mention. So a quick look around this park then. There's a lovely little log flume over there, which I think we might ride actually in a minute. I think we'll jump on that one. A few coasters and a few other rides and attractions, and a really nice little castle down the middle here, which is really nice. A little bit reminiscent of a Disney castle, which makes me sad because I'm supposed to be going to Disney in like a week. But obviously COVID happened, so that's been cancelled. Anywho, won't get sad. So let's have a ride of the log flume, see how that works, see what POV looks like in Planet Coaster console. There we go. Just coming down the drops, good timing. Whoa. Nice. Yeah, this renders quite well. Everything's, I mean, some of the textures there like that, and the trees don't seem to be rendering too well. They all seem to... I've got a theory, right? A while ago, let me see if I can get... Sorry, let me change this to a different seat. There we go. So a while ago, when the PC version of Planet Coaster unleashed the Theme Maker's Toolkit, or whatever the hell it was called, I had a little play around in... what was it even called now? Whatever the 3D software was, I can't remember what it was, the free one. I had a little play around in that, and I learned that the way these games are sort of made is each asset has got like 3 or 4 different versions or whatever built within it. So depending on how far away from the asset you are, a different version will render in. I can't remember what they were called, lobs or something like that. I can't remember. It's like a level of depth. Lod might have been level of depth. I can't remember, something like that. So what I'm thinking is happening here is the textures and things that we're getting on like the windows and the signage, I think is the really far away sort of low quality texture, and the higher resolution ones aren't either loading in due to an issue. I think it's more likely they've done that because of the limitation of the hardware, and it's just it's sort of forced that anything with a high texture won't render into its full capabilities to save on space, is my view. But like, look, the roofs are not terrible, so it doesn't make sense really that some of the stuff is alright and some isn't. Like that one isn't terrible either. So I don't know. It seems very inconsistent. So I'm not sure. Not really sure. Let's have another little look around this part then we'll jump into somewhere else. Oh, it's so much better with this free camera. This is what I'm used to doing on the console, the PC version. Floating around like a full camera. It's great. And then there's like a big London Eye, Icon Orlando type wheel. God, that's a nice shot in it. There we go. So it does still look quite a pretty game. That's the thing. It's not unplayable, which is the good thing. And like I say, this is a good tester because this is an 83% build. Right. I found another park which is a bit bigger than this, made by someone else. So let's jump into that one now. If I remember, it's back here. I think I'll download it. Yeah, this is the one. So it's a crazy realistic park, no DLC required. Let me just double check who made it because I don't want to not shout out people because it's not cool. We're not here to show and pretend these things are my works. It isn't. So this one was by Quickscope 7. Okay, there we go. Quickscope 7. So we're going to load that one in, have a look around because there's some really cool stuff in this park. Right, so we're in the park, which we've just found on the workshop, and again, this one is a good tester for the game because this is at 98% of capabilities. So, if I remember, over here is the entrance. I want to spin you around on this one because it's a really good view. Ready for this? Look at that. Really good job, this part, honestly. Really good. It's even got like another Disney-esque style castle right there. But yeah, it's really good, this. And it seems like there's quite a lot of rides going around. So there's a coaster down there. I don't know if this is the same one, but the one which I really enjoy, and I had a very quick look at it, is this one over the back over here. So we're going to have a little look at this coaster, because I think it'll be a really fun one to ride. So let's have a quick go on here. And again, it renders and loads quite well. There's not that much, there's no lag. It's relatively smooth. Good use of audio and effects and stuff on this ride too. So done really well. So if you just wanted to sort of get a fix of riding the coaster for a bit while you're stuck at home, this is a good way to do it. I imagine if you've got a PS4, PS5 or Xbox Series X as well, this thing will run so much better. I think on them, those systems, it will run very much more like a PC version. I assume. Obviously, I don't own one to test it because I can't afford one, but I can't find one anyway. Okay, so that's a good look at that. So it's a really good little ride, that one, really good. And then some really cool stuff in this park. So again, it gives you a really good indication of what you can actually build. And I say this is 98% of building, and it's running really well. So that's, I think, probably why I was a little bit unfair on my test the other day, which is why I want to come back in and just test it with a bit more of a realistic build like this. I just don't like this texture thing. That's the only thing that I don't get. Because that's very blurred. But then, realistically, are you going to be down there? You're going to be up here looking at it. So, I don't know. It's just one of them things that, like I say, it loads well, it plays well. If that's what we've got to live with to make that happen, so be it. I'm fine with that. But I do prefer the PC version. Right, let's head back into the workshop and see if we can find maybe a dark ride or something to really test that out. Okay, here's a fun looking one. Looks like it's a boat ride. Star Wars Endor 2 by Kylo Ren Han Solo. So I'm going to have a quick look at this one. I'll download this and have a go. So I quite like the idea of it. It's not really a dark ride, but the problem is it looks like the issue's still the same as this in the Steam Workshop, is that if you've got a dark ride that you've built within a building, you can't upload that to the workshop without doing it as a park. Again, I don't 100% know if that's still the case, but that's definitely something we had issues with on the PC version. Okay, so just for test purposes, because I've just downloaded a new ride blueprint, I've just jumped into the little episode 1 park, which is we're just going to use this for testing. What I will quickly say is now I've figured out the camera system. The issue I had in episode 1, where we couldn't go in here and put signage up and finish the indoor of the building, put the chandeliers up, we've obviously now figured out. It was an issue with me, not the game. So just wanted to make a little alteration to my viewpoint. I did say at the time, I'm sure the feature was in the game, I just couldn't find it. So yeah, good to know, that's in there. Anywho, right, let's place down the ride. So it should be as simple as going to track rides. And there it is. The little symbol there to say it's been downloaded. So Star Wars Endor 2. Go about there. That looks good. Right, so let's get it testing. And let's jump into a ride view. And have a look around the ride. Maybe this was something meant to be viewed in the evening, the dark, I don't know, but there's a nice thing over there. Is it an AT-AT, are they called? I kind of know my Star Wars, but I'm not amazing with it. Nice build though, that. It's very good. I think they're AT-ATs. No, that's an AT-AT. Don't know what that is. Yeah, the big ones are, the big boys. I remember those. It feels very much like the entrance to Star Tours in Hollywood Studios. Oh, there's a big rock in the way there. Oh, someone just lost their legs, but never mind, we'll forgive it. So maybe it's meant to be viewed at night. I mean, it's decent. This could do a bit of audio and stuff, but then I suppose it's again probably the limitation with the blueprint. But no, you can save audio actually. I remember audio and lighting was something you can do. It's anything which was in a building you couldn't save to a blueprint. But no, it's nice. I like this. Good little pieces. You could even just use those as sort of standalone things. Stick this in a building, add some music and some audio. Music and lighting. I think you'll have a really good ride. Cool, right, so I think that's a good little look around the Steam Workshop. We'll keep that in here because this is just going to be a never-ending map of testing, I think. So yeah, I think that is a good place that we'll leave it there for this episode. We had a very, let's say, quick look around the workshop. There's a load of stuff on there already. I'm sure we'll come back to see other bits and pieces as we go through this season. If you've got any suggestions of what you'd like me to test out or have a look at in either this version, the console, or the PC version, whatever you want, drop down in the comments and let me know. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe and like the video, and I will see you again very soon for some more Planet Coaster content. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.